Today that the administration is holding up munition shipments to send a political message to Israel. Is that true, and what is the message?
Look, our support for Israel's right to defend itself, our support for Israel's right to ensure that October 7th never happens again remains strong. And with respect to any individual shipments, I'm just not going to speak to them from here.
And second, did the U.S. Give any guarantees to Hamas on ending the war in Gaza?
So I'm not going to speak to what are very sensitive, delicate, ongoing negotiations, and you should not read into my kind of blanket refusal to do that anything as regards to your question. It's just a rule that, given the nature of the negotiations right now, I don't think it would be helpful. I don't think it would be productive to get into it. There have been obviously a lot of reports over what has been in various proposals over the past 24 hours. Some of those reports have been more accurate than others. Some of them have been completely off base. I don't think it serves our purpose, given the status of negotiations, to kind of parse.
And what about this report concerning the guarantees?
I think I just answered the question. I don't have anything further to add.
On the arms shipments, Michelle's first question. Yeah. So your position is that you don't comment about individual shipments?
I'm not in this case, no.
Because you do in pretty much every other case. In fact, I looked back over the last 3 weeks. I got one to Argentina, one to Iraq, one to the Netherlands, one to Poland, one to Saudi Arabia. You don't have any problem talking about those.
It always depends on the situation, but we have made clear in this.
Well,
it often does. There are times that we have congressionally mandated rules about things we need to disclose. There are times that we disclose arms shipments because we want to rally we want to rally our allies and partners to do the same. And there are times that we keep those shipments private. It's also true, as you know this more than me, that there are a variety of different arms sales programs. There are different disclosure mechanisms for each of those.
I'm well aware, and I know where you're coming from on this. I just think that it doesn't make any sense, because you guys, basically, you just have to come out and say that you are not consistent about this, and that when it suits you to announce an arms sale or an arms shipment, you'll do it, and when you don't think that it suits you, then you don't, and that's inconsistency at its. That is the definition of being inconsistent.
There are different situations all around the world, and of course we look at them differently.